Some of the most popular, most photographed landscaping upgrades out there are quietly costing homeowners a small fortune. In money, in water bills, and in whole weekends lost to maintenance they never saw coming. And here's the truly frustrating part. Nearly every one of them is sold to you as the exact opposite. Low maintenance, money saving. The upgrade that'll finally make your yard easy. So today I'm counting down 9 overrated landscaping trends that actually waste your money and pile on the work. The ones people quietly regret after just one season. And exactly what to do instead so you don't get burned. Stick around for number 1 because it's the trend people install specifically to save money and time, and it does the exact opposite of both. And be honest with me in the comments. How many of these have you already fallen for? Number 9. The living wall, or vertical garden. A whole wall covered in lush green plants looks absolutely stunning in a photo, and that magazine image is exactly why people spend real money installing them. Then reality shows up about a month later. A vertical wall of plants is one of the single highest maintenance things you can put anywhere in a yard because gravity is fighting you the entire time. The plants at the top dry out and starve while the ones at the bottom sit soggy and rot, so it needs its own dedicated irrigation system just to stay evenly watered, which is more money up front and one more thing that can break. And when a few plants inevitably die, and they absolutely will, you're left staring at ugly brown gaps in your living wall that are a genuine pain to climb up and replant. It's a big cost to install and constant fussing forever after. If you love that green vertical look, plant a simple climbing vine at the base of a trellis or a fence and let it grow up on its own. Same effect, a fraction of the cost and almost none of the work. Number 8. Filling your flower beds with annuals every single year. Annuals are those bright, cheap flats of instant color stacked up at the garden center every spring. The petunias, the impassions, the marigolds, and they're tempting because they bloom big, they bloom fast, and they're only a couple of bucks a pack. But here's the catch nobody prints on the label. Annuals live for exactly one season, and then they die. All of them. Which means every single spring, forever, you are back at that store buying more flats and spending a weekend ripping out the dead ones and replanting the entire bed from scratch. That's a cost and a chore with no end in sight. The smarter move is perennials, plants that go dormant in the winter and then come back bigger and fuller on their own every single year. You buy a perennial once, and it pays you back for a decade or more. Sprinkle in a few annuals for a pop of color if you truly love them. But build the bones of your beds on perennials and stop paying that annual tax over and over. Number 7. Chasing the trendy, high-maintenance exotic plant that doesn't actually fit your yard. We have all seen the jaw-dropping plant on social media and thought, I have to have that one. But here's the hard truth. If that plant isn't suited to your climate, your amount of sun, and your type of soil, you have just signed yourself up for a second job. A plant that's forced to grow somewhere it doesn't belong needs constant watering, babying, feeding, spraying, and winter protection. And after all of that effort, half the time it dies on you anyway, and you're right back out buying a replacement. The fix is simple, and it's basically free money in your pocket. Choose plants that are native or well adapted to your specific region. Native plants evolve to thrive right where you live, so they practically take care of themselves. They sip a fraction of the water, and they shrug off the pests and the weather that kill the fussy imports. Right plant, right place beats trendy every single time, and your water bill will thank you for it. Number 6. Rubber mulch. This one gets marketed hard as the genius, buy it once, never replace it, low-maintenance answer to regular wood mulch. Little chunks of dyed rubber, usually made from ground-up recycled tires. And on paper it sounds clever. In practice, it's a mistake. Because it never breaks down, rubber mulch does absolutely nothing to feed or improve your soil the way real mulch does as it slowly decomposes. Your plants get zero benefit from it. It bakes in the sun and radiates a surprising amount of heat down onto your plant roots. It can leach chemicals into the soil over the years. It's flammable, and it has a nasty habit of floating and scattering right out of the beds in a heavy rain. So you end up chasing rubber chunks across the lawn. And you'll still get weeds germinating in the dust and debris that settles on top of it. Save your money and stick with a natural bark or wood mulch. It's cheaper up front, it actually feeds your soil, and it looks far richer and more expensive doing it. Number 5, the overcomplicated do-it-yourself irrigation system. On paper, automatic sprinklers buried all over the yard sound like the ultimate time saver, but a poorly planned irrigation system is one of the most expensive mistakes on this entire list because it quietly wastes water every single day. Bargain or DIY setups almost always end up with the zones wrong. Some areas get absolutely drowned while others stay bone dry, and misaligned heads that spend half their runtime watering your driveway, your sidewalk, and the street instead of your actual plants. Homeowners with badly designed systems routinely report water bills running $100 to $300 a month higher than they should be. And when a head cracks or a line springs a leak underground, you're digging up the yard just to find it. If you genuinely want irrigation, get the design done right and keep it simple. Or honestly, for a lot of yards, a good hose end sprinkler you move around a few times and a simple $20 timer will water your lawn deeply for a tiny fraction of the money and the headaches. Number 4, ripping out your beds and burying the whole yard under decorative gravel or rock, sold as the ultimate no-maintenance landscape. It sounds like pure genius, no mowing, no watering, no weeding ever again. Except that is simply not how it plays out. Weed seeds blow in on the wind and root perfectly happily in the dust and organic debris that collects down between the stones, so you are still weeding, except now you can't just mow them or pull them easily, you're picking them out of the rock one by one or reaching for the chemical sprayer. On top of that, all that stone soaks up the sun all day long and radiates the heat right back out, baking your yard and the side of your house through the entire summer and making it miserable to sit out there. And here's the real kicker. If you ever change your mind, digging tons of gravel back out of your yard is a brutal, back-breaking, expensive nightmare. A little gravel in the right spot, like a path or under a spout, is genuinely useful, but a whole yard of it is almost never the easy button people are promised. Quick gut check before the top 3, because these are the truly expensive ones. The trends that don't just cost you a lost weekend. They can cost you thousands of dollars and a serious case of regret. And number 1 is the one that almost everybody gets completely wrong. So stick with me. Number 3, a big, elaborate water feature. A large koi pond or a multi-tier stone fountain looks luxurious and serene, and that dreamy image is the entire pitch. But a serious water feature can run you many thousands of dollars just to install, and once it's in the ground, it never ever stops asking for your money and your time. Pumps burn out and have to be replaced. Algae blooms turn the water pea green, so you're constantly treating and cleaning it. Hard water leaves a mineral crust on everything it touches. Leaves and debris blow in and have to be skimmed out by hand. And in any cold climate, the entire thing has to be drained, cleaned, and winterized every single fall so it doesn't freeze and crack. A whole lot of homeowners who sank their money into a big water feature end up quietly wishing they'd spent it almost anywhere else in the yard. If you truly love the sound of trickling water, a small, self-contained bubbler or tabletop fountain gives you 90% of that feeling for a tiny sliver of the cost, and almost none of the upkeep. Number 2, a big sprawling lawn that you don't actually use. Somewhere along the way, wall-to-wall grass from property line to property line became the automatic default, so millions of people pour money and labor into maintaining enormous lawns that nobody ever actually sets foot on. And a lawn is, hands down, the single most expensive and most labor-intensive thing in most yards. The constant mowing, the watering that spikes your summer bill through the roof, the fertilizer, the weed control, the aerating, the overseeding. It's a treadmill that never stops, week after week, all just to look at it through the window. Now, a lawn is genuinely worth every bit of that effort where you actually use it, so absolutely keep the section the kids and the dog run and play on. But that huge strip out front you only ever walk across to get to the car? Shrink it. Convert the rest into low-maintenance planting beds, native ground cover, or a bed of tough perennials, and you will cut your water bill, your workload, and your costs all at the very same time. And number 1, the trend people install specifically to save money and time that ends up costing them more of both: artificial turf. Fake grass is marketed as the ultimate low-maintenance, never-mow-again dream lawn, and right out of the gate it is shockingly expensive, very often costing several times more per square foot than simply having a real lawn. But that zero-maintenance promise is flat out a myth. Artificial turf still has to be maintained. You have to rinse it down to keep it clean, brush the fibers back up so they don't mat down flat and shiny, and blow or rake off every leaf and bit of debris because unlike real grass, none of it breaks down and disappears on its own. And if you have pets, get ready to hose it down constantly because urine doesn't soak away into the ground, it just sits on top and starts to smell. On top of all of that, it soaks up the sun and can get hot enough to burn your bare feet on a summer afternoon. It flattens and fades over the years, and then eventually the entire thing has to be torn out and replaced at full price all over again. The honest, low-maintenance answer was never a plastic carpet. It's a smaller real lawn, native plants, or a living ground cover that takes care of itself. Save the money and skip the turf. So let's run them all back. The overrated trends quietly draining your wallet and stealing your weekends. Living walls, beds full of annuals, high-maintenance exotic plants, rubber mulch, an overcomplicated irrigation system, a whole yard of gravel, a giant water feature, a sprawling lawn you never use, and the big one, artificial turf. Notice the pattern running through every single one of them. They were all sold as easy, or smart, or money-saving, and they turned out to be none of the above. The real low-maintenance, money-saving yard comes from the exact opposite direction. Right-sized, planted with the right plants for your area, and kept simple. If this saved you from an expensive mistake, do me a favor and hit subscribe. This is Yardworthy, where we show you how to get the yard you want without wasting money. I'll see you in the next one.